In 2 minutes, the start of a new series, Your Mind in Their Hands. Before that, we join Michael Sullivan in the newsroom.
British forces have recaptured South Georgia and are in firm control tonight. Shortly after 9 o'clock this evening, the Defence Secretary, Mr. John Nott, announced that the Argentine forces there had surrendered. And Mrs. Thatcher said the Marines had done a marvellous job. Tonight's news follows a day of conflicting reports about clashes between the Royal Navy and Argentine forces, but it's now been confirmed that an Argentine submarine has been badly damaged and there's been fighting on South Georgia. Though Mr. Nott says the Marines met with limited resistance when he gave details of the landing outside number 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary of State for Defence has just come over to give me some very good news, and I think you'd like to have it at once.
The message we've got is that British troops landed on South Georgia this afternoon, shortly after 4 p.m. London time. They have now successfully taken control of Grytviken. At about 6 p.m. London time, the white flag was hoisted in Grytviken beside the Argentine flag, and shortly afterwards the Argentine forces there surrendered to British forces. The Argentine forces offered only limited resistance to the British troops. Our forces were landed by helicopter and were supported by a number of warships, together with a Royal Fleet auxiliary. During the first phase of this operation, our own helicopters engaged the Argentine submarine Santa Fe off South Georgia. This submarine was detected at first light and was engaged because it posed a threat to our men and to the British warships launching the landing. So far, no British casualties have been reported. At present, we have no information on the Argentine casualty position. The commander of the operation has sent the following message. Be pleased to inform Her Majesty that the White Ensign flies alongside the Union Jack in South Georgia. God save the Queen.
What happens next, Mr. Nott?
Thank you very much.
Just rejoice at that news and congratulate our forces and the Marines.
Are we going to declare war on Argentina, Mrs. Thatcher?
Rejoice.
Argentina said tonight it had lost 3 men in the action. At the State Department in Washington, the Argentine Foreign Minister, Mr. Costa Mendes, is meeting Mr. Haig. Our correspondent there says the latest developments in the South Atlantic carry a twofold message for Mr. Mendes. There's little time left for a peaceful compromise, and he now has a British active force to bolster his case at tomorrow's meeting of the Organisation of American States. That's all from the newsroom. Good night.
In 25 minutes, you can see highlights of the finals of the International Tennis Grand Prix tournament, which has been taking place in Bournemouth. This is BBC1. Our programmes are now running about 12 minutes later than published. And now the start of a new series of 8 programmes investigating the treatment of mental illness in the National Health Service.